Hello and welcome back. I signed up for the Meeple League TtA Tournament several months ago. I don't know, 6 months ago maybe. And then about a month ago, several weeks ago, got the email that the tournament was starting. So I signed up and am in the TtA Season 13 online tournament with the Meeple League. And so that's been going on for a while. It's been going well. As you can see here, because this is my first time in this tournament, I am down in Group 4C. So we're currently playing four four-player games. And what we're going to look at today is Game 2. So we're playing against Adam, Colette, Stragan, and Hotshot53. And so we can keep an eye on this tournament as it progresses. But for now, let's jump into Game 1. All right, so blue takes Rich Land, and yellow takes Aristotle and Urban Growth. And that brings it to us. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in this game. We have pyramids in the library to look out for. I think what's out there now, just hanging gardens. These leaders. So, I guess they're all about equal. None of them stand out to me. Next stage, pretty similar, honestly. Nothing really stands out, but I wouldn't mind any of them. Magic Castle's here. I guess we could take any of these if one of these AJs don't come out. Bach is here. Cook is here. There's no Suez Canal, and there's no Columbus. There's no Pierre. There is Marlena. So we do have Bach and Marlena, so we can watch out for a drama here. We also have Chaplin. Labs are not the best here, but we could make them work. We have the Library, Universitas, and Harvard College. Okay, well, what do we want to do this turn then? I don't think we need to take Hanging Gardens here. There's a bunch of wonders coming out, I think. Do we need one of these leaders, or do we prefer an Urban Growth? I guess Urban Growth probably. There's a lot of leaders here to choose from. They'll all drop down into the 1 CA spot by the time we get them. So I'm probably fine with Urban Growth. We'll wait for a wonder. Hopefully they stay up toward the top initially. And then probably Frugality. And just help us get out an extra pop a little sooner. So we'll go with this. Any of these leaders are fine. I guess in the 3rd spot, maybe Boudica's not quite as good, so we wouldn't want her. But really, any of the others are mostly fine here. All right, so let's go with that. And red takes Patriotism and Richland. That was it. Left to Civil Action. Blue plays Richland, builds a bronze, takes the library, takes Alexander. Yellow builds a bronze, increases population, takes pyramids for 2. Now it's our turn. Well, we do not have a great wonder choice here, do we? There's a library and the pyramids, and we did not get them. So an early Universitas. Magic Castle. Or good old Acropolis. There's no Pierre. There's Marlena, so we could get a 5 drama going. But what do we want to do this turn? Probably build one of those. Probably do that. We need a leader. Let's see. They have Alex, Aristotle. They have Sun Tzu or Caesar or Homer, or we get a Saladin. An early Saladin's not bad. That's not really who I want to play with, though. So maybe we do Caesar. Can't quite get him elected, though. Unless we don't take these. Yeah, it's a little tricky. And I guess we could do this. I'm not real excited about playing with Acropolis here, though. I mean, it helps a little bit in the 3rd spot, I suppose, with the military. I guess I just need to decide. I mean, I'd probably rather have... That would be nice. Any of these would be nice. I mean, Machu Picchu maybe, but I don't know that I'd want to commit to it early if I didn't see another an iron or an irrigation. So I mean, this is fine. Guess I don't mind this too much, and we'll just try to grab an early age 1 leader. I mean, let's see. So Saladin's going to be 2 for red. I mean, so that could make sense for them to take. You know, the alternative is you get Engineering Genius and Caesar, and you don't elect Caesar. And so we're really waiting to get him in. I mean, I'd really just rather get an early age 1 leader that I like over Caesar. So I guess I'll go ahead and do this. And I guess we'll just hope we can get one. So what's worst case? Someone takes Saladin. A wonder comes out that I want. And no leaders. You know, alternatively, we take Caesar and no wonder, and then no wonder comes out. I mean, you never know. So let's go with this. I don't really like playing with Acropolis, but we'll make it work. So he does have Alex in the 1st spot. So, I mean, it might be worth taking Caesar just to be a little protected from that if he doesn't cash Alex in right away. I mean, we're not gonna get this finished for a turn or 2. All right, fine. We'll just go with this. We'll wait for a better wonder. And I guess hope Saladin gets taken. All right. That's a good wonder. Red's not going to take it for 3. So we'll be able to pick it up for 2 probably. So that's nice. And red builds a bronze and takes Saladin and took Acropolis as well. And blue Plays an event, reveals development of settlement. Plays Alex, takes cultural heritage, builds a warrior, takes stockpile, and increases population. Interesting. Yellow. Plays an event, reveals development of science. Takes breakthrough, which will get us the castle for 1. Lex Aristotle. Takes frugality. Builds a lab. Do we want to play vast territory? Maybe? I don't think so. I think I'm probably... I wonder if I can get this cartography. Probably not. I think maybe I'll wait to see what the fate of this is before I put that in, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what the turn looks like. We're going to take that. We're going to play him. I'm going to build this bronze. And we have 1 action left, maybe for alchemy. So Leo's there, but probably can't get him and the alchemy. Alchemy seems like a good bet here. Or we get some resources, maybe, to help with the castle. There are 2 more alchemies. So this will get us to 3, 5, 7. So we could get this in another turn or so. Maybe we'll do that. I think I'm okay with that. So given that, do we want to play this vast territory? What would it do? Maybe get us resources? Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. I think we can do it. I'm also fine waiting to see what happens with this. Let's go ahead and wait. With Caesar, we can play them both next turn if we want to. Yes, so this looks good to me. So I'd really like to get this cartography now. I can put both of these in next turn, but we'll see. So red plays an event, reveals development of planning. Builds a religion, stage of Acropolis, takes alchemy, and increases population. Blue increases pop, takes irrigation, develops it, and just builds an irrigation. Wonder what they want all that food for. Yellow increases population with frugality, takes iron, builds a warrior, plays fighting band, takes cartography, and draws no cards. It's our turn. Okay, so we're in last place, military, and cartography was taken. So we have these 2 territories. Do we want to play them? And what will our turn look like here? Probably we'll take the religion. I can't quite finish this, but increased population seems like an okay idea. So we can finish this next turn. Not with masonry, though. We could take Joan of Arc. We don't have a Genghis Khan tactic yet, so don't have a good reason to wait for him yet. Nostradamus is always a fine leader, but Joan of Arc's good. What would that look like? We could research Code of Laws. We could take Swordsman. There's a tactic coming that we can use with that. So code of laws, and swordsman. Then we can, oh, we didn't increase population though. We have corruption. Let's see. The accuracy is still out there, so we could keep an eye out for that. +2 theologies. There's no Pierre, so we don't need bread and circuses, and there's no Darwin. So religions are fine to run with, so we could get Joan code of laws for the theocracy that we might get. So that all seems fine. We increase pop, we can finish this next turn, we'll get stronger. So we are weaker for now, but that's fine. If we don't play an event, that's especially fine. And we don't have cartography, so maybe we don't play those. There's no Columbus, which we're taking Joan of Arc. There's no Suez Canal, so maybe we just drop these territories here. Or maybe keep one in case we want to play one next turn because we see something good in here. I think I'm okay with this. What else would we do? Swordsman instead of Code of Laws. There's another swordsman in case we want it. Masonry's no good for us. Drama's reasonable here. There is another one. It's probably too early to get this, I think. Yeah, I think it's probably fine. So we can end this turn, and I don't know about aggressions. Maybe we get rid of the vast territory and maybe the raid. If we do happen to get stronger, we have the enslave and we have the territory in case we want to play it. We're not getting this breakthrough. The only way to get the breakthrough would be we don't take Joan or we don't take Code of Laws. We are at only 2 science. There are 2 more alchemies, so we can grab those. So it's probably fine. I'm okay with it. So let's run with this. Another territory. All right. So red plays an event, reveals development of warfare. Finishes Acropolis, increases population, takes swordsman, and breakthrough. Blue plays an event and reveals development of crafts. Get a couple resources, takes knights, upgrades to irrigation, and increases population. And yellow finishes the pyramids, takes Code of Laws for a 6th civil action. Now it's our turn. Development of politics is next. We have not put an event in. And should we put one in? Probably not. I don't really need to see those in there right now. We can build a warrior. We can maybe copy that. Let's see if we want to do that. I think I want to finish this. And then what? iron, maybe. That's the second one. I mean, St. Pete's is fine here. I like it. Universitas is probably pretty good here. And then reserves. So we're going to hope we get the last iron. We're strong enough for now. Probably don't mind prepping this tactic for now. And then should we put a territory in? I don't think I want to. So theology, do we want that? So there's another bread and circuses we could get if we wanted. There's another drama. Theocracy's still out there. So I'm probably okay not getting theology here. I think we'll be fine. Don't want Machu Picchu. Iron, I am interested. There is one more. The person before me already has iron. Make it maybe a little easier to get it. Can't quite finish this, but we're close. Engineering Genius is still out there if we want to try to get that. So I guess the question, Universitas or St. Pete's? This could, and it helps with Joan a little bit if we keep her for a while. Helps with happy faces, which we have not really solved yet. We don't get the reserves, so we're 2 resources back. There's no pier in the game, so bread and circuses is not quite as interesting. Could help with the drama if we wanted to try to ride that out. And what's the alchemy situation? There's 2 more alchemies we could try to get. So, fine with this. I don't know if it's worth not getting the reserves, though. Yeah, I think I'll try St. Pete's. I think also I'm going to go ahead and put wealthy in. Maybe we'll be able to get that. Okay, naval trade agreement. Maybe we can try to do that. We also now can play this instead of copying it, save us a military action. See, that's the second knights also, but there'll be one more. I don't think we're going to get swordsman here, but we are going to finish this. And I think take St. Pete's. The hope is it will be useful enough and save us more than 2 resources in the end, but we'll see. So what do we get rid of here? We have 2 of these. I don't think we're going to get heavy cavalry, and doesn't look like an aggression. Naval trade agreement, I think we should try it because we know wealthy's in there. And maybe historic, because we might need to cede something, so that would mean this tactic. Just fine if we want to. If we want to try to get a colony, I guess keeping 3 warriors might be tough anyway. If we see wealthies there, though, we want to have an event to play, so I guess this is the only choice, really. Rats. And medieval army. Red reveals new deposits and takes the Universitas that we didn't grab. Swordsman upgrades one, takes iron, and upgrades another warrior. 2 swordsmen. Alright, blue reveals barbarians. Red is not among the 2 weakest. He finishes the library, builds a warrior, takes reserves. Alright. Yellow develops Code of Laws with Breakthrough, takes Machu Picchu, and Irrigation and Knights. Alright, so... Oh, has 4 corruption, though. Yikes. 6 resources, so can't finish next turn, maybe? The turn after that, but that might be hard at 2. So, oh, uncertain borders. We should play an event. Wealthy territory is in there. We can't do naval trade agreement now. We need to play the event. Did cartography go somewhere? Yellow's holding it still. Likely we'll get that out. So maybe rats. Seems fine here. And we get it. That's good. Okay. Now, we have St. Pete's, so we could finish it and take swordsman. Let's see, we don't really need bread and circuses. This other knights is here, though. We'd like to get that. What else can we do with our resources here? Build a knight. And Richland. It is the last iron, if we're interested in that. So there's kind of lots of things we'd like to do here. We'd like iron, knights, to finish the wonder. Swordsman is probably less important. Knights. I mean, it's unlikely that it makes it back to me if I don't take it. I mean, I could keep it on 2 for red and maybe they don't grab it, but they still might. So we take knights. Means we don't get iron. We do iron twice. And with Joan and St. Pete's and maybe Theocracy, maybe we're okay. Our science is a little low. Maybe a little late for iron. I think I'm good with this. I think we'll get this iron going. We can maybe get some science pretty soon. I think we're strong enough. What do we have for... Yeah, the breakthroughs are gone. So we don't have a ton of science for theocracy and alchemy, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot we can do about that, though. I guess we can spend all of our resources and then try to fix the science later. Nah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this. We don't have to worry about rats yet. Probably. We'll be able to see if it's up, if everybody plays an event. We won't be the weakest. Let's go ahead and try this. We're not getting knights, so maybe we can give that tactic up for now. We might actually still try to do this if we don't like the event that comes out. If we do this, maybe this historic territory is good. Wouldn't mind keeping this. In case we want to play an event. I'll go ahead and get rid of the tactic since we're letting knights go here. It's a little risky, but I'm going to do it. Red reveals raiders. That's does not hit us, which is good. And they finish Universitas, which is great. Takes rich land, develops iron, and uses Saladin for strength. Okay, blue reveals strategic territory. So we know that wealthy territory is next. Yeah, what do I want to do about that? So yellow does not have cartography out yet. If it was a couple of turns later, this would be great. If it was age 2. In age 1, maybe we want to save for wealthy territory here. Because I think that will be more useful. But I guess the risk may be that yellow gets cartography. And it becomes harder to win that territory. Yeah. We're almost certainly going to put this immigration in, which means wealthy will come out on our turn. But yellow will have +2 bonus for that. They're pretty weak. I mean, they almost certainly would still bid, but I mean, they're going to get a knight and build something. So they'll have something to bid, whether they change tactic or not. Maybe they get monarchy instead of cartography. Monarchy and knights together, maybe, to get stronger, and maybe they don't develop that. Yeah, I mean, probably want to bid at least 1. Blue's going to bid at least 1. Yellow may not bid yet. I mean, maybe they can bid, get into knights and medieval army or something. Are those still in there? Yeah, there's 1. Well, we've seen a lot of tactics. And we're the only one. Yeah, yellow. Okay. So, what do we want to bid here? I don't know. I just don't really need more cards right now. It's not going to do anything for me. I mean, it gives me a little strength. I mean, maybe I get more colonization cards. I'd really rather wait for wealthy. And I mean, yellow is going to be able to bid probably 4. You'd think 4 at least. Can we get to 4? We really can't. We can get 3. We're not really going to bid both of these, right? Well, that was probably terribly loud for you. Sorry about that. So, All right, so I'm gonna just do 2, kind of hedge my bets, make someone use a card if they have one, or I suppose win it for 2 otherwise. We'll see. Oh, nice. Okay. So he bid 3. Okay. As red bid 3 too. Wow, so is he gonna send one of these and 2 cards, or all of these? That will be interesting. So maybe he's holding 2 cards. He hopes to get cartography. So I guess the hope would be he doesn't play an event, I can get wealthy out, and he doesn't draw any more cards, and I can win it for 3, hopefully. And he bid 3 also, so there's one of these and a card. All right. All right, and yellow sends away a warrior and 2 cards. Blue takes monarchy, increases population, develops knight, builds a knight, plays phalanx, and is quite strong. Yellow increases population, builds a warrior, develops cartography, takes engineering genius and rich land, and a stage of Machu Picchu. Draw 1 card. All right, yellow loses Aristotle. And blue actually loses Alex, unfortunately. So I had all that strength and lost it and didn't get his yellow token either. How did yellow get all that population out? I don't remember. All right, it's our turn. We see this wealthy territory that we would like to get. So do we try to get it now, or do we try to get naval trade agreement first? I think immigration is going to be good for us, assuming that we finish St. Pete's. So what are we doing on our turn? Maybe we get wealthy and we can finish this. Maybe we need to increase pop and rebuild a warrior, which we would be able to do if we won the territory. We could also grab a knight. So we might have 1 action left if we didn't have to play the reserves. So up to 7 strength, so we're not weakest. That's good. The question is, do we think we can get it? So we can easily bid 3, right? 1, 2, 3. And the question is, does yellow bid? If yellow bids, they go down to 4. And if they go down to 4 and use a defense card, then it's going to be pretty easy for red and blue to do an aggression on them. So that's not bad. If we try naval trade agreement, then they may not take it, first of all. And we don't get to push this out, and we don't get, let's just try to win it. So we'll put, let's go back, we'll put immigration in. Is there anything else we want to do on our turn besides finish this? I mean, we could upgrade that. It's a bit late for alchemy. We can't even research it this turn. What did we do? Yeah, finish iron, which we actually could do if we got the territory. Maybe increase population. Do we want the drama? Yeah, kinda. We could get the drama. We could get the knights. And the urban growth. I mean, that's all pretty good. Maybe we get theocracy next time. Yellow might grab it, actually. They have the science, it fixes their unhappiness. They have code of laws. To take it away from me. Lots of reasons for them to take it. So we sort of don't have to finish this right away, except it does give us some strength so we're not weakest, which could be important. Also, rats is coming up, so we would like to increase this population. So we'd be spending 3 here, 1 here. We'd rebuild this. We have 1 left. We can upgrade. We can take knights or drama. I don't think there's enough stuff to do besides finish St. Pete, so we'll go ahead and try it. We'll put immigration in. We'll get wealthy territory, and then we'll bid 3. And just means that yellow will have to put in a warrior and have a defense card. And they just use 2 of them, and I have 2 of them. So it's pretty likely they don't have one. And if they do use it, then they're open to attack, and hopefully someone else attacks them. So let's give that a shot. I don't think we want to do more than that, because it's really hard to recover from this. We don't have enough population. Yeah, we just can't do that. So we'll hope that 3 gets it. All right, and then we can finish St. Pete's. Increase pop, rebuild this warrior. And then do what? Any one of these. Drama would be nice. Knights would be nice, and alchemy. I mean, really, all of these would be pretty good to have. So if we don't finish St. Pete's, what do we do? We upgrade the iron. We can take all of these cards. Is it too late for alchemy? It maybe is. Well, we need to rebuild this warrior as well. Is there a knight tactic out? There is. We just don't quite have the science to do anything about it. So we are weakest in this situation. So if we do that, rebuild. I did something wrong, didn't I? Rebuild that. Alright, so we're not weakest, which seems relatively important. We also get immigration that we put in, and that's important. And then for our last action, knights, I guess. But it's tough. I mean, maybe alchemy. Otherwise, I mean, we're going to be waiting around for scientific method without a great plan for fixing our science, right? Harvard College could come out right away. That would be nice. There's no Nobel. Knights certainly helps us stay stronger. Alchemy could get us some science, obviously. Drama would help us with culture with Bach, Marlena later. I mean, culture is not really our problem right now, though. We are doing well there. We need to fix some of our economy and military. So knight seems reasonable. There's a path forward for that. We can get to phalanx with one more unit. Can't quite research it yet, but we'll get there. Then we just need to hope for, I guess, maybe this alchemy, if it sticks around. And even later alchemy, or Harvard College, or scientific method. No one really has a lot of science here, though, so we don't have to feel too bad about that. Yeah, I think I like knights here. There's a risk that we're going to run out of stuff to do next turn. And we can upgrade the iron, hopefully take something. Clear reserves and increase pop. Maybe scientific breakthrough comes out, or maybe this alchemy sticks around. I think there's a reasonable chance that this alchemy can stick around. Red has one. Blue might take one. Yellow has a lot in their hand. But based on their desire to put a lot of stuff in their hand, maybe they take alchemy also. But I imagine they're going to want to get iron or irrigation. They may want to get theocracy to fix happiness. If they don't, then we can take that. It's going to be tough to get into that too if we don't fix our science. But I think there's a chance this alchemy can stick around. So I think I like knights here. I don't know how much I have to worry about military, really. Yellow just has a lot to do. It depends what direction they go in. But they could get the knight and build it and be a little stronger. I don't have to worry about an aggression with Veggie Castle. It's really just events. Blue and red played them all. And you might suspect that they thought they'd be stronger. So we'll go with knights. We'll cross our fingers on alchemy and hope that we have something productive to do next turn. I don't know. I'm not real excited about either of these. Is someone going to take open borders agreement at this point? And do we want to give it to anybody at this point? Yield trade agreement could be not as bad for us since we have wealthy territory. We could put historic in and maybe compete. Although yellow has cartography, but they don't have any events in. So you would suspect there's probably not any territories and we're not going to want to pull it in. So I don't know. Doesn't really matter on this one. Get rid of this, I guess. Maybe we'll switch to a leader that doesn't give us a military action. So, I don't know. Yellow really can't even get stronger. They can't get a population. I guess they can get this theocracy and they would get one stronger. We can deal with that. Red can get one stronger. Blue can get a lot stronger. I think we can, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not sure about this. I'm maybe more scared of not having the science here than of military. Might be a little weaker for whatever's in there, but I also might not be. So I'm going to change my mind and take the alchemy. I don't trust that I'll get it back. There's other ways to fix military, and I don't know when the rest of the science cards are going to show up. But since I picked alchemy, they're probably going to come out right away. Let's go with that. Well, at least they didn't come out yet. There's a red reveals call to arms. We are second weakest. Takes monarchy, builds a warrior. I think upgraded in iron too. Takes urban growth and drama. Blue reveals dark ages. Oh, we don't lose any. That's nice. Increases population, builds a religion, increases population, takes an alchemy. Is not optimal. Yellow finishes Machu Picchu, destroys a farm, I guess for the discontent worker, and takes urban growth. Yeah, red did upgrade. Okay. We are second weakest, so we lost a civil action. And what do we want to do? Let's skip politics for a sec. So we know Rats is here. So Rats is going to hit us for 2 if we play an event. Let's see, if we increase pop, then someone else plays, it hits us for 2 anyway. So it might be good just to play the event to get it out. We won't be weakest until our turn again. And then we can see what the event is and decide. And the Raiders is already out. So we don't need to worry about being second weakest. We're not really protected from pestilence, unfortunately, but that might be okay. You know, so I guess you could argue here we are protected from pestilence, and we lose the same amount in rats when someone plays it. And if we weren't going to play an event, we could do open borders, potentially. Probably not with blue. And red Yellow has knights, but again, yellow has a bunch of stuff to do, and they really can't get stronger very easily. So yellow or red really, I think, is okay here. Probably yellow. They're just in I think, a tougher spot. I mean, next turn they can develop both of these and upgrade both, and then they're producing pretty good. And then what else do we want to do in this turn beyond that? So Theocracy stuck around, but Republic also popped out, and I think we can try to revolt to Republic next turn pretty easily, so we can just upgrade that, and that'll do it for us. And just gives us one action left, so we wouldn't be able to do reserves plus increase pop. We could take rich land, I guess. So probably try to get selective breeding here at some point. I mean, the other option is you develop alchemy and upgrade. But then I guess selective breeding might show up. So if we did this and then we revolted to Republic, then we get sort of one more science each turn. But scientific method might come out, and we would want to do that anyway. So I think we can just do this. So if we do this, then we want to get rats out now. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll put arms industry in, I think, over historic territory. So let's do that. Yes, rats, I know. So it hits everybody a little bit. Blue the most, but they also produce quite a bit. And then we'll take Republic, rich land, upgrade, and then we have lots of room to revolt next turn. Do we even need... Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we'd want to do besides that, really. I guess we could take cannon. We have no tactics or military techs, really. There's two of the cannons are right there. I guess we probably wait. I mean, again, no one is in a strong position yet to go after military. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like holding it, but yeah, I like holding it, and also there's sort of a wasted action here. We're taking rich land, but I mean, as soon as we can get selective breeding, I guess we're going to get into it. So that's not bad. So I think this probably is what we do here. Are we going to put this historic territory in? I mean, if we see an event we want, we'll probably want something to play, so I guess we'll get rid of those two. Okay, hussars. So we'll keep an eye out for cavalrymen. That's good. Red revolts the monarchy and upgrades a warrior. Is a tactic. Avoids corruption. Very nice. We are one of the weakest now, unfortunately. Cultural influence is good for us. Develops alchemy, takes back. Okay. Developing alchemy is maybe weird there. Maybe there's Dark Ages. Yellow takes Nostradamus, selects and develops and upgrades irrigation, takes cannon, and builds a religion. Started to get some Machu Picchu going there. Alright, we are weakest now, and developed territory and immigration are in there. Well, we definitely can't spy anybody. There's no cavalrymen out there. International agreement does not seem like the best thing right now. Wouldn't come out for a while, so maybe Historic territory also, I don't know, not the best, but I don't need it. Do I need developed territory? It'd certainly be better than winning historic territory. I do need the science, and I have a couple of cards. Don't really have a unit to spend, though. I guess I'd have to use the reserves to get the unit back. And then how do I become not weakest? I don't know. And let's see, if we skip... I guess the plan here was to revolt into Republic. If we do that, we're not going to have a unit to rebuild anyway. And if we do that, we know at least what the next two events are. They're not strength. So we don't need to worry too much about being weakest. So probably we skip politics here. Just do the revolt and be on our way. There's no cavalrymen, that's great. So we don't need to take it. All three selective breedings are here. So it's pretty likely we'll get one of these out here. That timing is actually really good too. Yeah, and yellow has no use for selective breeding, so we'll almost certainly get one. So I think we revolt, we don't play an event. Is there anything else to worry about here? I don't think so. So we end our turn. This might be tricky. What three do we want to get rid of? I probably want these cards. I think there's a chance... There's a chance we could win. It's not a good chance, though. We have to get rid of three, so get rid of the spy. I don't know. I guess these events, they're not... None of them are really that great. Okay. We got another tactic, which... It would have been nice to have these texts, but that's fine. We got another card, so we can win that territory potentially. Yeah, we can't really, if red bids though, we can't really bid because we'd be too weak for blue at least. Well, maybe not because we have the castle, so maybe we can do it. Red reveals developed territory. Oh boy. So we knew that was coming. And do we want to bid for it? We're already weakest, so being weaker won't matter too much. We have colonization cards and the castle. So let's see if we bid one. We could go up to 4. And then we could defend and attack again, attack from blue if he was so inclined to do that, which seems pretty unlikely. We go to 6 and then still defend, but lose our tactics. Is developed territory worth 6 here? So yellow has not played any more events, so maybe there's no more territories after this. And we're going to get a population from immigration. I think it's probably worth it. Wow, we got it for 2. Okay. Why did red not bid anything? Maybe they don't have cards and didn't want to bid 2 even? they know something about these events and didn't want to be weaker, and they can't get the population back because it really only go down to 6, which is the weakest. That makes me feel a little nervous about whatever those red events are. But anyway, we won this, so let's send something. Piece of cake. Red developed selective breeding and took it. Upgrades 1, takes cannon. Upgrades in iron and takes reserves. And uses Saladin for strength this time. It's kind of interesting. And blue does an aggression against me, which is a little odd, right? I have 3 actions, I have a lot of cards. There's no way he would win. We don't know of any territories in here. So we probably just want to use a card, I imagine. We don't want to give up our tactics. We don't want to give up those 3. We don't want to sacrifice this unit probably, so yeah, that makes sense. And blue takes coal and something else. Upgraded to alchemy and takes rifleman. Did they take opera? Maybe that was it. Yellow takes revolutionary idea. Develops iron, upgrades twice, and takes patriotism. That's our turn. Sitting here, weakest immigration is there. Yeah, blue took opera. So they're gonna have culture pretty soon here. So yeah, move a couple of those religions over. What do we want to do here? I didn't get audio for this turn when I recorded it, so I will attempt to walk us through it as we watch and fast forward. So the Eiffel Tower is there, so we could just grab it and finish it. That's an option, but culture is not our problem here. We are in the culture lead, we're producing the most, and we have other problems to fix here. So there's like 2 selective breedings there at 1. I don't think it matters too much which one we take. Red after us already has it, and then it'll fall off. So we could take selective breeding and then fix our science a bit with alchemy. Those cows in fast forward. Excuse me. So yes, here we're just fixing the food and taking some yellows. And cannon. Yeah, so arms industry is in there. So we'll want to keep that in mind when we choose to develop cannon. I think it's still a few cards away, so we don't need to worry about it quite yet. We are weakest though, and there's several people that could do aggressions. We may want to fix that. Oh yeah, here we go. So we could destroy the agriculture, which seems bad. So I guess the problem with playing an event here, well, so I guess we're going to explore a cannon also if we wanted to try to get stronger that way. It also helps with arms industry, but that's still several cards out, so we don't really need to be prepared for that yet. Immigration is there, so we could play it with popularization of science. We're going to get into alchemy, so there's a reasonable chance we would be okay on science when that comes out. And then we get a population we could put into the warrior. I think a concern is we might be worried about some strength events in the deck, and we are now weakest. So those cows. So that could be an issue, but it's probably worth it to get our strength up a little. So we could grab that efficient upgrade and use it for one or the other. Or some combination of yellows. We also could just get into science right now too with alchemy. And I think that's very reasonable just to get that done, get the actions out of the way. Architecture I don't think is the right move here. I mean, it helps with wonders later, but we have more of a science problem than a resource problem, and I don't think we should switch our science and architecture, so I don't imagine we'll do that. Also, we'd like to get strategy. I think it's still in there. So it'd be nice to get some science going like that. So hopefully we can maybe get strategy. Or the second architecture, because the other one's still in. We don't need maybe selective breeding this turn either. I'm probably maybe checking out how strong other players can get. Maybe we don't need selective breeding because we can get another population next turn still. And getting alchemies out sooner is probably good. Although if you don't put them out, you can wait to see if something else shows up. Scientific method or something else and then skip the alchemy. But here we've fixed the science first. I think it's good to get in. You don't know if scientific method's going to come out or anything else, and so getting this going early is good. We'll wait on scientific or selective breeding, and we can upgrade both of them with the rich land efficient upgrade. This seems pretty solid. I think here I'm seeing if it's important to keep Constitution of Monarchy on 5 or on 2CA for red. I think that's what I was doing, but red already has monarchy, so it doesn't seem likely. And then I'm seeing if it's important to keep anything on 2 for blue, and it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter which selective breeding we take, so we take the one that moves the card row a little faster. So fortifications is pretty great with cannon. So red plays reserves, takes Newton Alexin, develops alchemy and upgrades. And upgrades to iron as well. And then blue reveals inhabited territory. Okay. So we could try to get it. I mean, we've gotten a couple. We can do 3, right? And then, yeah, we can do 3. We cannot do that though. So let's try 3. There's no good reason to not try here, right? I guess do we want to, I mean, yellow this time can definitely bid something and transition out of those warriors. So if we did this, I mean, we can still defend. I don't know what I was thinking. We can still defend this, and then we'd get a population. We can increase 1, develop cannon, and get into cannon. That would be pretty good, actually. So maybe we do bid more for it here. Yeah, so let's go with 5 here and see if we can pull this off. I don't think we can, but maybe. Cool. Well, yeah, we didn't get it. Not super cool, but at least he has to pay more. Yellow sends a warrior and 2 cards. Blue develops coal, upgrades, increases population, takes constitutional monarchy. And yellow builds a warrior, increases population, takes engine of genius and urban growth. Plays revolutionary idea, takes reserves, develops knights, and builds 1. A lot of stuff. And now it's our turn. We don't want to reveal Reign of Terror. We also don't want to play Ravages of Time, so that works out nicely. We didn't win that territory, so we can't transition into cannon as easily. Also, it would be really nice to get this selective breeding going. But I think we probably need to do this. So we're not weakest. And we don't need riflemen because we're probably going to go with fortifications here. We probably can't or shouldn't switch leaders here yet. I mean, we're doing fine on culture. What leader do we want? There's only a couple left. So Max or Catherine? Let's see. So Yellow and I need a leader. Yellow definitely wants Max. So we would get Catherine. Which is fine. It'll keep our military action, which is important. So really either one of these is probably good for us. These two, not as much. Alright, so we did those two things. What else do we want to do in this turn? We can't get selective breeding. Alright, let's see. So we don't need coal. We don't need cook or riflemen. Organized religion? There's no Pierre. Arms industry is in there, but not for a little bit. So what am I thinking here? I think I'm thinking do this to get stronger. But that's not going to work after Joan. There's another one we could grab later, but maybe we get it. So anyway, let's go back to this. I guess breakthrough would be nice. I mean, we don't want him, but journalism. Sort of only good for Einstein here. Scientific methods, not the best for us. I mean, we could. So red can get stronger, back up to 11. Blue. Not very well can they get stronger. So if they did get stronger, then on yellow's turn would be the weakest if it went around all the way. So what did we do? To break through. Yeah, I guess the question is we could grab Catherine now. I don't think I want to do that though. I'd rather get breakthrough and organized religion and frugality. Maybe? It seems okay. It's our handful, yeah. But it's pretty easy to get out of it, I think. And I don't think there's anything else we want. I mean, we could build an alchemy for more science, potentially. That would look like... No, we can't really pull that one down. Something like that. But I don't think I like that as much. We could get navigation. So there could be the fast territory in there. The blue or red played. We don't have a ton of science yet to spend on this, though, is a problem. Journalism, again, is not the best right now. I mean, let's see. So it's really not bad either. So what would next turn look like if we did this? I guess we still need the selective breeding going though. So we can't quite get into journalism yet. But we could bring up 7, 10 science for one short. We could do journalism, can't reserves, increase pops 3, build 1, it's 4, and then take stuff. Otherwise, it's selective breeding, upgrade those. And, I mean, I think selective breeding makes more sense here. We also don't really need organized religion because we have St. Pete's. So we just don't have enough to do here. I guess we could play this reserves. Probably want resources though. Well, maybe, I don't know, we're holding a bunch of resources. I guess we're holding food too, so. And I think this is good, actually, because then I can get 2 population out next turn with the frugality. So let's try this. I'm not too excited about the rest of the cards right now up there. And we can get rid of these 2 tactics. And I guess we could keep this because we're not going to play Ravages of Time. Seems very unlikely. Well, we'll get rid of the tactic. Okay. Okay, red reveals Reign of Terror. That will hit blue. Takes journalism, develops drama, builds 1, and takes organized religion. Okay. Blue reveals scientific breakthrough, which is pretty good for us. And revolts into constitutional monarchy. Yellow copies phalanx, takes scientific method, and upgrades a couple, takes Max, selects him, and upgrades an iron. Seems pretty good. Wow, strategy just poked its head out there. Perfect. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot here. We are strongest, though that's not real important for that event. So what do we want to do here? Still don't really want Ravages, I don't think. Independence Declaration is not great either. I don't know, let's see what the turn looks like. I probably want to get this strategy. And then what else do we want? Get journalism. It's really only going to help with Einstein, sort of. It's fine with Churchill, Mandela. We don't know of any territories in there. Probably want to get selective breeding going. Even increase the population, or I mean, I guess we could bet That's a pretty good spot, I think. Guess does anyone else have cannons? Yeah, a little bit. Who has a territory we would want to take? That inhabited would certainly be nice. What's yellow doing with their cards? How far back is it? 2 cards back then. 2 H1 cards though. So they would need, at this point, 3 colonization cards, and they are in a pretty good spot to get stronger though. I mean, they could just build a cannon. Which would still not guarantee, but maybe enough that we don't try it here. All right, and we also have to get a new leader. And Catherine is the leader we're gonna get. It's pretty nice. We still get our military action. We still get culture, so we can actually get an extra culture. And there's some incentive to get stronger. We're definitely still going to do strategy here. And I think there's a couple of ways to handle the rest of the turn. One would be get a population, build a lab for a little more science. And I definitely don't mind that at all. Then we could take a card like Frugality or Efficient Upgrade. We'd have to choose which one we want. It's more clear that we would use Frugality right away, get into Selective Breeding, upgrade at least once. So I like that plan. The other plan, which helps us get stronger, is we do increase population. Well, how far? We need to go back more. Nope. Increase population and build a cannon. Get our tactic out. Research selective breeding and upgrade 1. And now we're making, we get this food going, we start making population. I guess instead of those last 2 moves, we could take these 2. I kind of like that option too. I mean, we need selective breeding, but we don't need it imminently, and these 2 yellows are just sitting there. It's not clear how we'll use them. In fact, I think the only way we could use them, I guess like an early oil we could do, or computers. That's it. And those things, I mean, are very likely to happen. That we'll get one of the 2. So let's try it. Now we can try an annex next time. And we can take this inhabited if yellow is still in the same situation. Plus, or I guess we would use Catherine's ability to take a yellow token. Let's see, so we're gonna, yeah, so I'm gonna try this, I think. We have the civil actions to hold the yellow, so let's use them. I guess the other option is we could do Wave of Nationalism. But when do we expect to be weaker? It's always good to hold it just in case. I think I'll grab Wave of Nationalism here. I think Frugality and Efficient Upgrade are kind of weird together because Frugality helps you get a population to build something, but Efficient Upgrade helps you upgrade something that you've already built. I mean, that's a very small a very small lack of synergy, but it is there. And Wave of Nationalism is a good card that we can put into military, and we're in a pretty good position on culture, so we don't have to get too aggressive there. I mean, we have to defend the small lead. What are we, about 15 or so? But Wave of Nationalism will help with that. And so, yeah, all this, I guess, kind of goes back to we're not fixing our science. We could probably put an event in, and we can put Independence Declaration in, because I don't anticipate we're going to be weaker. So let's go all the way back and just play that. And then do all that over again. And then we'll be done. Interesting. It's probably not that helpful, but it's interesting. All right, red increases population, builds a drama, upgraded to selective breeding, took efficient upgrade and frugality. And blue takes ocean liner, upgrades a coal, builds a stage, takes breakthrough. And age ends. Yellow and red get a pact. Yellow increases population, takes constitutional monarchy, team sports, develops, builds one, takes architecture. So it fixes their happiness. We do stay strongest though. Are we strong enough for an aggression? Not really. They just need one H2 card, and there's a lot of them out there. Red, maybe. They'd need 3, but they don't have any things that we want to. They don't have any colonies. We don't want to play terrorism. I mean, I'm pretty sure we just want to do this. Take a token from everybody. Wow, blue is in a tough happiness spot. What are they going to do with that ocean liner? They must have, I guess just they were not ready for the age to end. Because they lost 2 and then 1 more. Yeah. And it was not great for red, but they'll manage. Okay, what do we want to do? Lots of options here. Selective breeding seems important. Harvard College looks pretty good here. Probably more so than the Louvre, I think. Yeah, I mean, we get to bank some resources in the Louvre. We have a lot of extra blue tokens already. We just don't need the culture, really. The railroad could serve us well if we could get oil. We can keep an eye out for modern infantry, maybe. Opera's pretty good here. So if we only upgrade one of those, then we can take one of these 2. So it's hard to argue with that. It's a lot of culture. Gives us resources for later. We want to get computers or that opera, I guess. Or it's this. Yep, and given you're in age 3, I have blue tokens stored up. I think I'm going to build the Louvre here. And go with that. There's not a whole lot else we'd want to do here. I mean, we could build one of those. And that's also not bad. But yeah, I think I like this other plan better. So let's just run with this. And we should be good. Is there anything we want to do on the military? Not really. Just let that sit for now. And one card. Terrorism's not going to be a thing here. Alright, well, there's no modern armies out there. Loss of sovereignty. That sometimes comes in handy. And red develops organized religion and upgrades one. Plays frugality, develops a cannon, builds one, takes cavalrymen and urban growth. And blue. Breakthroughs and opera, takes reserves, finishes ocean liner, uses it twice. Well, increased pop and used it once. And yellow reveals arms industries, so we get one of those. Cannon. And then revolts into monarchy, takes revolutionary idea, takes the railroad and finishes it. And now they can look for oil. And now it's our turn. So red can look at getting my tactic, but they don't have defensive army because I do. And blue has an opera out, but I guess was not able to build one yet. All right, so what do we want to do? Ravages still doesn't look that appealing here. Would we want to lose St. Pete's or Himeji Castle? Probably not. Can't annex anybody. We could annex blue, and maybe we could take their boat. That'd be cool. So loss of sovereignty at this point, I don't think makes any sense. Just don't know enough yet to try to do that. We could offer it to blue, but probably not worth it. So what do we want to do? We don't know of any territories in there, but there are all of them left. So satellites is interesting here. We don't have a lot of science though. And computers is sitting right here. So that's probably what we want to do. And Sid Meier's also right here too. If we wanted even more culture. Part of the problem is we don't need more culture. resources. What wonders do we have? Internet, Hollywood, UN, Manhattan Project, Empire State. None of them are particularly good for me. Blue could use that Hollywood. And we're not in a position to grab either of these either. I mean, Manhattan Project would be decent, but we just sort of used all the resources on the Louvre. And if we wanted to get it, we'd have to go all the way back here. And that's not going to happen. All right, so last action, we can upgrade selective breeding. That's good. We're already sitting on 2 population, though. Oh, we have corruption. I guess we can do that. So that urban growth for something that presumably we'll want. Now we can upgrade this, but yeah, we have 2 population already. Or take one of these. So what does Sid Meier look like here? I think I need the science here just to... I'll do it. I need it for Air Forces. Is anyone gonna war me this turn? No. 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 You could get cannon and mobile artillery, but I can just move these over there and it's fine. Okay, so I don't need to worry about getting Air Forces next turn. So what do we take here? Satellites in anticipation of something, and we keep extra science. We have like decent science to get it now. Oh, just had a thought. Could we do this? We can. I don't think I want to, though. What did I just do? Need that population back. Engineering genius would be good. Patriotism. I mean, could be helpful here because defending. I need to defend my culture lead. It's gonna be pretty hard for people to catch up. I think they can get a wonder or something, but the wonders are not that great this time around. I mean, the internet for somebody. I guess we could take Sid Meier and try to do internet. But again, I don't think we need that culture here, so internet's not good there at this point. Not bad here. Yellow could do that. Engineering genius, I think, it's not real clear to me that we're going to spend it on anything. We could do United Nations. Maybe we get an event to reveal. I think I like patriotism better here. Or satellites. One of those two. So I think it's, I mean, it could really be any one of these 3: satellites, efficient upgrade, or patriotism. I think Sid Meier's too aggressive here. In engineering genius, I'm not sure that I'm going to do a wonder necessarily. So satellites is good, it gets us a little stronger. If there is a territory in here, then that's good. We don't know that there is. None have come out. Blue and red have played the events, and they're likely not putting territories in. And red may. I guess either one of them could, because they have enough population and resources. Would they play it into yellow with cartography? They may, if they feel they're behind. They're also not behind, so they don't have to be too desperate. I don't know. That's interesting. So you could do that. It also helps with impact of tech and progress, and we do have decent science now. We don't need an H3 government. We're in a pretty good spot there, but democracy showed up. We may consider it. But I don't think that, I mean, no one else has more than we do, and this is falling off, so they're not going to get it. So I don't think variety or progress are going to be that bad for us here. So should be fine there. So efficient upgrade, we can upgrade this selective breeding. It should be, I mean, it's pretty sure we're going to do that. Or patriotism to help just defend our lead. So I think for me it's efficient upgrade or patriotism. We assume we'll use patriotism at some point, and efficient upgrade we'll probably use. I think patriotism is probably what I'll go with here. And then that seems good. So in the turn, I mean, I don't think we're gonna get into these. Defensive army, I suppose, is still possible. And we're not gonna play ravages. We didn't get any stronger. But I think that's okay. I don't anticipate anyone's gonna get stronger. So if red builds the cannon, they'll get 3 plus 4, 7, 18. So we'll be tied unless they build more than one. So red has a chance to get stronger, a little bit stronger. Which just impacts refugees, I think. I don't think blue will. Yellow may, but it doesn't matter at that point. So this is fine. And the earth spins. Well, hopefully it finishes. I won't keep you here waiting. So red increases population, develops cavalrymen, disbands a swordsman, builds a cavalryman, and has mobile artillery. That's nice for red. Builds a drama and takes Hollywood. Okay, that could be a problem. Blue uses ocean liner, builds an opera, takes revolutionary idea, develops rifleman, plays reserves, upgrades twice, and takes reserves. Yellow takes Manhattan Project and multimedia, develops it, increases power, and builds one. No one took air forces. And it goes to 1 for us, but we already have it, so it doesn't really matter much. Does mean that red's going to get it for 1, which is maybe a little scary. Yeah, and red with Marlena and Hollywood is a little scary. Here, Einstein came out though with impact of tech. That's real nice. We don't have an aggression still. We can can't really play that. So there's not much we can do here. I mean, we don't want impact of tech in this deck. We want it in the next one. So we're probably going to have... We just want more time to develop more things. Can we do a war? Probably not, it looks like. So we do that, and I don't know. Not that we're gonna do this, but and I don't know. They have a bit of a happiness problem. Are they gonna fix that? They get Chaplain, I guess, and fix it. Let's assume they fix happiness. They can do 11 resources. You can upgrade, build, and build. I think 3, 5, 10. Yeah. So you get 2, 3, 5, 8, up to 20. Anything that could help them? Churchill? Might help a little bit. I can't do much with 10 science. You get tanks to upgrade. Red has... It can easily double this for another 11, up to 27. I don't know. Yellow has a lot of resources. They can get 30 easy. You can almost do a war against blue. They have 10. So they could get a scientific cooperation pact and then develop military theory. Or they could get air forces with Churchill, or tanks and upgrade into something. It's probably risky, because I forgot what did I say they could get? 2, 3, 5, 8 more, 20. It's right by 9. How would they get 9 more? An air force would give them 8, but they don't really have the resources to do that. It would give them 8 from where they are, which is 20. But with Churchill, I guess they could get another 6 resources. So they could get another 3. They get 11 up to 23. I could also sacrifice one of these for a little extra strength. Interested. All right. So what does? Let's think about that. What does the rest of our turn look like? I probably want Einstein. Now would be a good time to do a war where we have extra military action. This engineering genius, or I'm sorry, engineering would be nice. Kind of don't mind this urban growth. Democracy. Get a military action back. Kind of don't need that though right now. And yeah, they're all in there still. All right, let's try to just piece that together for a sec. So we do this against blue. It's also like not called for because I'm ahead. So it's probably a risk we don't need to take on, but let's do it just for the fun of it. And then we would take Einstein, and maybe take this engineering would be really nice. We don't need tanks really. Can we upgrade that? Discover this. So basically we're hitting him for 30 here. Yeah, I mean, if you get Churchill, you can't fix happiness. You could do a military alliance for 3. And the other pack for 4. So you get 7 up to 19. Yeah, then you get 8 more up to 27. I just don't see a great way for them to fix this problem or to defend against this. Also just not sure if it's worth it. Yeah. I guess the alternative, we just don't have an event to play, which is, I guess, a reason to consider doing it. You know, we get Einstein, we get this urban growth, we get engineering, we... what else can we do? I mean, we could even get the civil service. And the engineering. I mean, that's a lot of good stuff. And we're not really threatened militarily. I mean, we have the food, we have resources, we have the Louvre banked, we have air forces, wave of nationalism. So we don't need to be threatened, and we're up by 36. And it's just gonna get better. If we get United Nations with impact of tech, that's gonna be really nice. We added a civil action for ourselves. Yeah, I just don't think we want to try to do that war. We could, though, use our military action. Potentially. How would we do that? Build a cannon. Can't get engineering then. Blue and red played those. I guess we could get engineering and upgrade that. Kind of, I don't like that as much. I'd rather have more resources around. Yeah, I don't like that as much. So we could just disband that. Because I would suspect we're not going to... Yeah, as is trying too hard, I think, to use it. So let's not worry about it. So what are we doing? Taking Einstein. Developing this, taking that. And next turn, we can build another computers. So we'll end this turn. I guess we're also looking for military theory now too. Maybe, potentially. Or another government after democracy. So we can get engineering and build these for cheap, and we have 2 urban growths, and we can get a population to build it. Like if we didn't get civil service, we could now. And then what else would we do? I don't know. And we want civil service for impact of tech too. That looks good. Let's go with it. It also helps with corruption. So we can get rid of this annex, I think, finally. I don't think this tactic is going to happen. I can't imagine in what situation we would use that. And I don't think we're going to do 2 wars either. But maybe we'll do 1. Red takes democracy and Chaplin and Alexa, which is pretty good. So, and took air forces. So they're looking for movies, I imagine. Blue takes rackets, plays reserves, builds an opera, takes military buildup, increases population with ocean liner and without. And yellow reveals freedom of movement. Interesting. Develops architecture. Plays reserve. Finishes Manhattan. Takes Churchill Alexan. Takes military theory. Okay. So maybe we need to be a little worried about that. I mean, they have a lot to do still. You can't do all that in a turn. So we're probably okay there. And we have a pretty good lead. I wonder, you know, we could have done a war against blue last turn. It's a little harder this turn. The military buildup now, which makes it harder. Yeah. So what do? We probably move a warrior to a cannon, I imagine. That seems to make sense. Let's see if we built one more of these. Be 28. So blue can research something, including an air forces, and get 5 plus 3, 8, 20. But they have like 10 resources. So that doesn't seem worth trying to do. What are we looking for here? United Nations would be pretty nice. That's not so nice, but yellow could really get it still. They have the most food, culture, and strength. Yeah, I mean, it sort of makes sense for them to take it. It would cost them 5 to take it and only 1 to do it, and they have the resources for it. I'm not sure it'll be enough to win, but certainly gets them closer. So we're at, yeah, we don't actually want to build that. We're at 20. But if we could get UN with impact of tech, that would be pretty great. So what do we do here? Maybe do we need oil? Not now. Multimedia, no. Mechanized agriculture, not really. Professional sports, though, would be pretty nice here, potentially. Okay. And then what? I guess we could do that. That seems good. Increase pop. Take reserves. So could make sense to do that, like a military action anyway. We could take reserves. Professional sports. We can't quite upgrade that. So we could, well, yeah. We probably won't lose this by next turn, but this wave of nationalism. Is anyone going to be stronger than us? It might be tough to use that for more than what we're going to get this turn. So I don't think anyone's really going to be stronger than us next turn. Maybe if they had yeah, they could develop Air Force and get another 10, get 26. So maybe if we don't build it, and we can defend, so maybe we don't need to build it here. We don't really need to increase population either, so we can upgrade. And take reserves, and take professional sports, and mechanized agriculture, just because it's cheap science-wise. It seems mostly fine. We developed engineering so we could build the computers, right? Yeah. 23. And then, let's see, military theory. We could still get that. And a democracy, that would be nice. And United Nations, which we have the reserves for. I guess we upgraded this, which maybe we don't want to do. Just because it uses resources we might want to put somewhere else. So we take reserves, those two. And then what? I guess increase population. How about that? So we'll get one more pop out. We could put it into professional sports pretty cheaply. And we have 13, 19, 23 resources at the moment. There's another reserves that hopefully we can get. You know, we could potentially, I mean, we can save some resources if we don't freedom of movement that over there. I'm not sure what else we would do with it here. We could upgrade the selective breeding. We could do that. I don't know. We would still have 2 here. I mean, I don't know. Do we even want to go back and look at it? Not really, but let's take a look. If we went back here and just, for example, did nothing for now, then we could that. And then take reserves and professional sports. And oh, we don't get mechanized agriculture, but we get 2 additional resources. If we need a population later, we can still pull it off the warrior. Can move the wire over to iron. It's probably not worth it. This is okay. I think we can take advantage of freedom of movement, though. We'll have Wave of Nationalism next turn if we want to use it, and we'll still not be strongest, so worst case we'll be in the same position. To cannon, one of those. And then we'll take reserves and professional sports. And then we can also get mechanized agriculture and increase population once. And we don't want to do this because we want to save those for resources for something else. And we'll still have this next turn. Our hand is not full. And we did not play an event because we don't want to play Impact of Tech right now. Can't do an aggression, can't really do a war. Can probably let go of this war now and the aggressions. We can defend without any trouble. So I think we're good. Okay, that's mostly good. It didn't show up yet, so the UN event's looking pretty good for us so far. It's just going to get better. Red offers a pact to yellow, who rejects it. Red disbands a swordsman, builds a cannon, develops journalism, increases population, builds a journalism, takes efficient upgrade. Doesn't look too bad. Blue does international tourism with yellow, who does accept it. So we'll take a look at that in a sec. Then they play military build-up for 9 resources and revolutionary idea. Builds a rocket. Builds one. Lex Milena. Builds another rocket. And plays entrenchments. It takes modern infantry and uses ocean liner. So they are looking pretty good. Look at that in a sec too. Yellow plays an event, reveals autonomous territory. Ooh, we're in a good spot to bid for this. Let's see. So they're both a good bit behind still. I'm still about 30 up on blue and about the same on red. But yeah, I mean, they're looking good. I wonder if I could or should have done that war against blue a few turns ago. Would have been interesting. But we should still be fine. I mean, the game, there's going to be one more turn after this, and we can keep up our production pretty good. And hopefully we get the UN. This could be a little scary, though, this Hollywood. Because we're up by 30. And after they get that, we're only up by about 20. Yeah, so that's neither here nor there now. We'll think about that later. For now, we need to bid on this territory. I think we can do 8 relatively easily. I don't think we need to be worried about military. The one, I think, threat here, quote threat, played an event. And red can't do anything. So we don't have to worry about military. I wonder if we could bid this much. It seems like a lot. We can get 1 population to rebuild 1 of the cannons, or really go to air forces instead. And is there anything else we need to do this turn? We need to maybe get a professional sports out, or just build another temple here. Yeah, we definitely can play Wave of Nationalism. And we'll have 2 population. We can build 2 cannons or just build an air forces. Two cannons gets us back to 27. And we probably take the culture from this, I think, on this last turn. Maybe resources for the UN if it, but we don't know if it's going to show up in time. We could get the science for impact of tech. I mean, I guess the question is, what can we put that cannon in? And it seems like we can. I'm not sure what else we're going to use the resources for, and we have Wave of Nationalism for 6 and patriotism and reserves. And we're not, well, interesting. Can we do a war? Think about that for a sec. A war does not make sense here. I think we can try this and just see if it works. I think we can hold things off with the cards we have. We probably don't want to do that, though. I think that's too much. Yellow wins it for 11. I guess of everybody to win it, yellow is the best because they are farthest behind, so I mind that the least. And yellow sends 2 warriors and a knight. It's quite a bit. And then plays Revolutionary Idea, develops military theory, plays patriotism, builds a cannon, or no, develops cannon, builds 2 of them, copies fortifications, takes endowment for the arts, and tank. And they're looking for impact of government. Really not that far ahead of us, though. I mean, it's only 4 points, so you don't have to worry too much about that. This is the second to last turn. Are there any impacts we need to worry about? Not, well. So harmony for blue is really good. We have 4. They have 6. So they get 8 there. We're good on science. We're gonna get 3rd on culture. I don't think there's much we can do about it. So the question is, well, do we want to play an event? We're weakest, so we'd lose refugees, politics of strength, international negotiations. Crime wave, how much do we care? What might our turn look like? We'd probably build one of these. Well, yeah, so this wave of nationalism. And build one. And we're going to lose population, so we could build a professional sports to take care of that. We could get this revolutionary idea. Fundamentalism or democracy are probably not worth it here. Let's see. I don't know. So what would we do with 2 actions? So we could have developed air forces and built that instead of a cannon. So given this, do we want to play an event? Did anything get messed up? If we lose, like, I don't know, we might lose. Refugees isn't too bad. We lose a population. Politics of strength isn't great. I guess maybe we want to get internet too, right? We're really looking for UN, but UN comes out. Red's not going to get it. blue can't finish it and doesn't really have the actions to take it. Yellow can't finish it either, but they do have the actions to take it, and I don't know if they have enough actions otherwise. But let's say UN is for 2. It'll cost them 6. That is an awful lot for a wonder you can't finish just to take it away from me. Possibly take 16 away, but where we are now, we would get 16 for UN and then 16 for this. So we get 8 over yellow. So it's 24. I think waiting for UN is just a risk. Might be a little too greedy because internet actually is pretty decent for us. So let's try that again. Well, I guess, yeah, I mean, we could put tech in and then just hope for a better event because we know we want impact of tech in there. We're not going to finish 2 wonders. And if we take internet, let's just see how that looks. If we take internet, then we don't need to worry about keeping impact of tech for UN. We want internet. Professional sports. And actually need to go back and do this. Now with 1 action, what do we do? We're not going to be able to increase population, so we don't need to do that. We're going to have 34 science, so that's 19, so we might as well take another tech from up here, right? Fundamentalism, I guess? Be nice to get democracy, but I don't think we can. So what is this? We have 34. This is 28, 35. So too much. So I guess we take oil. And yellow could take a bunch of cards from us, so we don't have another one to develop. And each one of those is worth 7. So it's probably worth doing. I mean, the other thing we could do here is build an air force instead of a tank to get use all of the wave of nationalism resources. And so our next turn would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of 4 left for something. Destroy this. Maybe we could destroy 2, 5. Actually, we can use reserves to get a population. We have 19, so 5 left after this. We can build another professional sports first for the internet. Seems pretty good. So I think we can put impact of tech in. I think there's just nothing in here bad enough. It'd be nice to get iconoclasm out now. So let's just go ahead and do it. We're not going to take UN, so this is fine. Well, I guess we can bid on this. Can we, actually? So what does our strength get up to? When we rebuild this, we get 3 plus 5 is 8. So we get to 27. But we kind of need these defense cards to defend unless we get into fundamentalism. If we do that, we get 1 tech less, but it's probably worth it because this is 11 culture, which is more than 7, especially considering we're taking it away from somebody. So if we do this, we just have to invest in military a little bit. So this gives us 8 plus 6 is 14, so we'd be at 34, which is enough to defend because we'll have extra military actions from fundamentalism. But we get the culture here. If we don't win, then we just go with the other plan. It's fine. I don't think I want to bid a cannon here. I don't think that's worth it. Let's see. I didn't get audio when we recorded this one either, so I'll talk through it again at double speed. Well, we didn't win that territory. Yellow won it for 11, I think. So now we can go through the turn. We want to take internet. We played Impact of Text, so we're not going to get UN. We rebuilt the cannon. At 2 speed still cracks me up. And then build the professional sports. Maybe one of the things I didn't account for was that I was building the professional sports and I get the strength from it in my bidding calculations there. So we're strongest, and I guess we're seeing how strong yellow can get for next turn. I won't do the math now, but we'll see what that means we should do. I mean, we have air forces, so I don't think we have to worry too much about it. We have to get this professional sports out at some point, so we might as well do it now. And we're going to have 34 science here. So we can get 3 techs out and finish the internet. We have reserves in patriotism also if we need to get in Air Force. So that should be good. Here, what did we do? We destroyed that warrior. So now we're not strongest, which could be relevant. I think there's events where we would want to be strongest. I think there's also a lot of questions here about whether we want to end the turn or not, or end the age. Do we want to force the age to end? So a lot of this is, I think, running through the scenarios of what could happen if we let it go one more turn. Could yellow mount a war or not? Could yellow do a war against red maybe and get some culture, get a little bit closer to us? I think we don't want to leave that possibility open. So in that situation, I think we did not guarantee that it was going to end. Here we do. Downside just being we're not strongest. Are we okay with that? Probably. Yeah, we are. We're not doing that war, and we're almost certainly not getting into that tactic. Yeah, okay. All right, that's a turn. What do we draw? 2 impacts could be good. And red reveals Independence Declaration. Develops air forces. Uses pop, builds one, and plays mechanized army. Up to 38. Takes reserves. And yeah, I wonder if red would have ended it if we didn't, because they did get stronger. Okay, age ends. Blue reveals emigration. Professional sports develops military theory, movies, and democracy. Yellow increases population, builds a cannon, plays endowment for the arts, and gets 6 culture. Builds tanks, destroys an iron, builds a tank, also plays mechanized army. Up to 49, take modern infantry in movies, and communism and patriotism. Alright. Alright, we're at 31, last turn. We are weakest. Are any of these really good for us? Industry, no. Culture, no. Progress is pretty good. So what's the problem in this situation? I guess if strength comes out. But for progress, we do get a lot in everyone but red. But the problem is that red would get 15 on us, then we'd stay even. But that might be fine. Because we would get a bunch on blue. What else could it be? Is there anything bad for us? Variety. Would be kind of fine. Architecture's fine. Competition. Not too bad, actually. I guess it would just really be strength is the one we wouldn't want. Would someone play strength that early? Anything's possible. Let's see what the turn looks like. $41. 51. Okay, so 41's better. You should don't get last then. I mean, I guess we really could do that, maybe. Let's see. So we're up by a lot. So we're really not going to lose here. I mean, impact of culture, we get not last. Impact of science, industry, and harmony is pretty great. Competition is great. Wonders is great. Agriculture is respectable. Government's good. Not going to lose on colonies. Strength we win. Happiness is great. Science is great. Tech's great. Balance, variety, harmony. Yeah, I mean, we're up by 40 or whatever, and we have tech in here. We're going to get a lot for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 28. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, it's really not even going to be close. We don't need to play this. There's no really good reason. I guess there's no really good reason to not play it also. Yeah, I don't know. If it's impact of strength, I still don't think it's going to make a difference. Let's just go ahead and do it. We'll know a little bit more. Ugh. That's funny. Okay. That's kind of sad. I still don't think it's gonna matter, but I hope it doesn't matter. That'd suck. Okay. So really, what's the point of getting stronger now? We still want to develop all these. But we don't need to be strongest, so we're looking for... Actually, we can do... We can get more for progress now, right? We don't need air forces anymore. Science is lower, but no one's gonna get past it. So we get a couple more in progress. One more on government if it's in there. And all right, we get those out. I guess we can get more for internet now. Not gonna use that patriotism. That's okay. These are worth 3. So we might as well use them. So our internet's definitely worth more. Competition's better. Architecture's better. Those are all in there, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, this will be fine. I don't have enough actions to finish, though. Okay, so I guess we're not going to do that reserves thing. I guess we can do it for resources instead. Disband one of those. We can defend that, and being weakest doesn't matter anymore. Okay, now we screw these again. Okay, so we have 185. Yeah, it's not close. All right, then we can end this turn. Red tried an aggression against blue, and it failed. Red builds a couple stages, yeah, and then finishes Hollywood for 20. And then let's see how it looks. So 13 for Impact of Wonders. 23 for Impact of Government. Ooh, I wonder if this is going to get close down here. So yellow takes 3rd. 8 for Impact of Balance. 28 for Impact of Tech. That's pretty good. Ooh, yellow gains some ground on red there. Impact of Harmony is pretty good. Ooh, that's good for red. And Impact of Progress, I think is pretty good for yellow. Is that enough? Oh! Wow. They tied. Alright, well, we won the game. Yeah, close game for 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, so what happened in this game? We got Himeji Castle and St. Pete's. That was pretty good. And we only had 6 resource production, but we ended up with a lot there. Guess we got, I'm not sure. And then the Louvre came out for us right there. That was pretty good. And then this fundamentalism helped us be stronger there in the mid game a little bit. We had a nice tactic with fortifications. And then Impact of Tech was a sort of like a sign for us to get into science with Einstein, and that worked out really well. Yeah, overall pretty good game. So yeah, thanks. Okay, so we won the first match, which is great. That means in this tournament we earned 10 points. I can't actually share the results right now because 2 games finished at the same time, and so the results for both are there. But we earned 10 points for this. Hopefully I can show the results after the next one, but we're, at the top because we won. I'm sure someone else has also won, and so we're tied at the top at this point. But check back soon, and we'll have the next match. We'll see you then. Thank you again.